Hello, my name is Bobby Jo Karate and today is November 23rd, 2011. Today's vodcast will be an analysis of 3 trends in education that impact the success, sustainability, and viability of PA Cyber. According to Marks 2006, in 1999, the Education Commission of the States stated that as we approach the turn of the new millennium, there will be new trends affecting education. Today, I'm going to discuss 3 trends that I feel have strong impact on education in general and PA Cyber in particular. The first trend I will discuss is digital learning and technology. President Obama recently stated the reauthorization of the Elementary and Secondary Education Act with a goal to ensure all students are graduating from high school prepared for college in the 21st century. Desoff 2010 explains that technology is playing a prominent role in students' lives and that school districts are creating programs and restructuring curricula to accommodate the learning needs of these students. The digital divide, which is the gap between people with and without access to digital technology and its impact on their earnings, is now also known as the learning divide. Students used to rely solely on their teacher as their guide to learning, and now they are able to use their skills as well as the new digital tools to connect and interact with experts around the world. This allows students to learn and stay engaged in their learning. Digital learning is now receiving federal support. Desoff explains that President Obama has launched Educate to Innovate. This is a digital learning initiative known as STEM to improve student achievement in science, technology, engineering, and math. The U.S. Department of Education also provided funding to launch the National Center for Research in Advanced Information and Digital Technologies to explore how schools and other nonprofit organizations can use the emerging technologies. Educators agree that digital environments build on the interests and needs of students. Pedagogy is key to digital learning. The focus should not fully be on technology, but there should be a concern with what is going to be done with the technology to change what is going on in the classroom. This trend directly relates to PA Cyber because the school requires the use of technology for both students and teachers on a daily basis. Elsner 2000 explains that technology is one of the greatest drivers of the free market and the learning revolution. As competitive learning options increase, PA Cyber needs to remain ahead of the curve when it comes to technology. They need to be providing the most options for students to prepare for education in the 21st century. According to Douglas Sheik, the rapid change of technology and the applications of change for education will be an ongoing challenge. With the rapid changes and costs that are associated with technology, one threat of this trend will be that PA Cyber needs to stay ahead of the technological curve. With time and budgets being a major concern, there remains an unrelenting demand to develop, adopt, adapt, and effectively use technology. Another threat is professional development. Many teachers continue to rebel against technology and are not utilizing the available resources to enhance education. Along with the threats of digital learning and technology, there are also many opportunities that are associated with the trend. The technologies increase the students' access to information. They are able to use the technology to collect, evaluate, analyze, and synthesize information. The teacher becomes a partner in the student's learning experience, helping them to sift through the information and make connections with the learning. This trend is ongoing, and the threats and opportunities will continue to remain the same. It is important for PA Cyber to address the threats immediately to stay ahead of the technological curve. They need to be constantly looking for ways to make their constituents understand the need for their support with digital learning and technology. One way for PA Cyber to do this would be performance contracting. By collecting data through formative and summative assessments, as well as standardized test scores, and charting the increase in student achievement, the constituents will be given the opportunity to learn what the students are learning through digital learning and technology. They will learn about the increases in student achievement and be able to see how technology has increased the achievement. The second trend that I will discuss is charters, vouchers, and choice. Families who are not satisfied with the educational quality that their child is receiving are open to try new options. According to the Phi Delta Kappa Gallup poll, Americans are increasingly supportive of choice. They embrace the concepts of charter schools and allowing students to have choice of what public school they would like to attend in their community regardless of where they live. They do not, however, favor vouchers that allow students to attend private schools using public money. FreeGuard 2008 explains voucher programs redirect education funding provided by the government directly to the families, rather than to the school district in which the family resides. Voucher programs allow the family who is displeased with public education to take the money they receive and relocate their child to a private school, using the money they receive to cover tuition and other expenses. Nathan 2005 states that charters and vouchers are very different. Charters are public schools that are non-sectarian and do not permit admission tests, whereas the voucher approach schools may be faith-based and may use admission tests. Public schools are required to accept all students, and voucher systems could eventually create a two-tier system of the education in this country. This trend relates specifically to PA Cyber because it is a charter school. PA Cyber accepts students from all across the state and provides them with educational opportunities and experiences that their public school did not. With PA Cyber being a charter school, there are many perceived threats that come across in regards to charters, vouchers, and choice. One threat is that the charter school will end up with the low-achieving students who have been kicked out of their current public schools. The charter school, being a public school, will be mandated to accept the student, putting their scores on standardized tests in jeopardy. Another perceived threat is that while charter schools, vouchers, and choice are on the rise, they will come across many opponents and obstacles. The organization will be under watch from the public and often have to defend the quality of its education. With the many threats, there are also opportunities for PA Cyber. The school has the opportunity to market themselves and recruit students. PA Cyber is able to increase their enrollment because of charters, vouchers, and the choice trend. This trend is an ongoing trend that will be dealt with over an extended period of time. While education is constantly changing, there will always be individuals who rebel against the change. In order for PA Cyber to stay relevant and ensure the success of its students, they will often have to ignore what the critics say and prove their doubts to be wrong. In order to do this, the organization has to remain focused on their goals and the implementation process that they have for their goals. They need to continue to personalize the education for their students and continue to use the resources they are allotted per pupil to educate that student to the best of their ability. The school needs to monitor student progress and share the accomplishments with the public. They need to get the community involved and make them understand that their school is important and that the students are benefiting from the education and services that they are being offered. All of these can be done through the media and by word of mouth. The public often hears what the opponents of cyber schools have to say. Now they will hear what the school is actually doing to benefit the students and how these students are accomplishing their goals set by the state as well as their personal goals. The third trend I will discuss is personalized education. Marx explains that with the emphasis on high-stakes tests, the concern about personalizing education is growing. Standardized tests do not allow the flexibility for students to demonstrate what they know through different approaches. The problem with the one-size-fits-all approach of standardized testing is that not all students are the same, and they all learn differently. Every parent wants their students to have a classroom environment that is helping them succeed in their learning. Without seeing the child face to face, the teachers at PA Cyber need to have an understanding of the child's needs to develop a learning plan that will help the child reach academic success. If a teacher is able to personalize education plans for students, they will not only set that student up for academic success, but also set the school up for academic success. Weinfordner explains that personalized education plan is both an involving and involving process. The experience can help students make better educational decisions that they will find rewarding and satisfying. One perceived threat about personalized education is that not all students will benefit. The students that need a personalized education will receive more attention from the teacher, and the students who do not need a personalized education plan will receive less attention. Another threat is that personalized education plans will limit the curriculum. The focus will be to teach to the test and ensure that students are mastering the skills they need to be proficient according to state standards, limiting the time that is spent on subjects that are not tested. An additional threat is that students at PA Cyber do not often have the opportunity to see their teacher face to face. This can make the process of personalizing a student's education difficult. There needs to be constant communication with the student, family, and staff to ensure that the student's needs are being met. Along with the perceived threats, there are also opportunities that come along with personalized education. Students at PA Cyber have the opportunity to personalize their own education to meet their individual needs. They are able to choose from a variety of classes as well as how they receive their instruction in those classes. Students can meet in synchronous classes that have one teacher teaching at the same time, or they can choose a self-paced program that allows them to teach themselves or receive instruction from a teacher one-on-one at their own convenience. This trend is ongoing but needs to be addressed immediately. Personalized education will continue to be an ongoing issue for the organization as students move to new grade levels and new students enroll. The teachers will need to be constantly aware that all students do not learn using the same learning style, and they will need to make the necessary changes in their methods of instruction to benefit all students. In order to do this, teachers need to be regularly assessing their students. They can begin each lesson with an ungraded assessment that lets them know what the students already know about the material that will be covered and what they want to learn about. The teacher can deliver the instruction using different modes of teaching to ensure they are meeting all of the students' learning styles. The teacher needs to be aware of their students' needs and provide them the best learning opportunity to meet their needs. Even when a personalized education plan is developed for a student, it needs to be constantly reviewed and revised. If this personalized education does not occur, parents may decide to look for other educational options, causing the school's enrollment to decrease. By creating the personalized education plans, it will increase the opportunity for learning as well as increase overall achievement. The three trends that I have discussed impact the success, viability, and sustainability of PA Cyber. The school will need to address the threats and opportunities of each trend and continue to make additional recommendations to improve the implementation of each trend as the educational system continues to change.